Hello, welcome to the first book in the series of Bucket the Fire Truck. Let's read the first story together. It's called The House Fire. These are the adventures of Bucket the Fire Truck, featuring Bucket. Also featuring Liam and his grandfather Papa, and Lucky with his friend Squeaky, the little gray mouse who lived in the old clock. They all lived together at number 7 Fire Hall. As Bucket and Lucky slept, they dreamt of the firefighters they knew, the big warehouse fire and the barn fire at Wilson's farm. One night the fire bell rang. Clang, clang, clang! Bucket rang its bell to wake up the firefighters. Lucky barked, and Squeaky, the little mouse that lived in the old clock, squeaked. All the firefighters slid the fire poles as all the trucks roared to a start. "I'm ready to go!" yelled Thunder the big pumper. "Me too!" roared Hook the ladder truck. Bucket coughed and sputtered as it started up. All of the trucks screamed out of the fire hall. Thunder blew its siren, woo, 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 and hollered, "Get out of the way, we're going to a fire." Hook blew its air horn and Bucket rang its bell. When they got close to the fire, Bucket skidded to a stop. Liam jumped off and wrapped the hose around the hydrant. "Go, Bucket!" yelled Liam. Bucket sped to the fire as Liam hooked the hose to the hydrant. At the fire, Papa and Liam took a hose from Bucket and with their masks on went into the fire. Hook extended its ladder to an upstairs window. Lucky heard a different call for help. When Papa and Liam went into the house, they could hear calls of help coming from upstairs. Lucky crawled low on the floor where there was air to breathe. What was the cry of help that Lucky heard? Upstairs, Papa and Liam found a Mummy and Daddy looking for their little girl. "We can look for her because we have masks on," said Papa. "You have to get out of the poison smoke." Liam said, "I can hear her in this room. I'll find her." Liam couldn't see in the thick smoke. He felt on top of the bed, but she wasn't there. He felt under the bed, but she wasn't there. He searched in the closet, but she wasn't there either. Finally, he found her behind the toy box. "I can't find my kitty," she cried. "You have to get out of the fire and smoke," Liam said, and he took her to the window where Papa was. Together, they passed her out to another firefighter. Liam and Papa had to escape down Hook's ladder just as the whole house burst into flames. All of the trucks were blowing their horns and sirens. There was a firefighter missing, still in the house. Liam gasped and yelled, "Where's Lucky?" Just as Liam and Papa were about to go in to rescue Lucky, he came running out the front door. He had the girl's little kitty. The small kitten was afraid and hiding in the kitchen. "Oh, thank you, Lucky," cried the little girl and took her kitty. Bucket yelled, "We did it! The fire is out!" and rang its bell. Liam rolled the wet hose and Papa loaded it onto Bucket. The girl hugged her kitty and Lucky took a well-deserved drink of water from a puddle. Back at the fire hall, Papa hung the hose in the tower to dry while Liam and Lucky washed Bucket. Squeaky the little mouse helped wash Bucket too. When all of the work was done, Papa sat down on the side of Bucket, put his hand on Liam's shoulder, and looked straight into his eyes and said, "I'm very proud of you and Lucky." When all the trucks were ready for the next call, all the firefighters went to bed. Bucket fell asleep and Lucky curled up on the dry hose that Papa had loaded onto Bucket. Squeaky returned to the old clock and snuggled onto an old firefighter's glove, and it too fell fast asleep.